between the communities and the police, because
We
in some
lost the
cases
feed
it's
for a
not good.
moment. I
When you
disagree
look
with
at
Trump
Dallas,
on
where the
almost
relationships
everything.
were really studied.
I still may
the
vote for him.
relationships were really a beautiful thing. And then 5 police officers were killed one night very violently. So there's some bad things going on, some really bad things. But we need, Lester, we need law and order. And we need law and order in the inner cities, because the people that are most affected by what's happening are African American.
African Americans.
It's very unfair to them what our politicians are allowing to happen.
They love it when they're when they're described like African Americans.
Rallies, and it's really unfortunate that he paints such a dire negative picture of Black communities in our country. You know, the vibrancy of the Black church, the Black businesses that employ so many people, the opportunities that so many families are working to provide for their kids. There's a lot that we should be proud of and we should be supporting and lifting up. But we do always have to make sure we keep people safe. There are the right ways of doing it, and then there are ways that are ineffective. Stop and frisk was found to be unconstitutional, and in part because it was ineffective. It did not do what it needed to do. Now, I believe in community policing, and in fact, violent crime
Let's move forward
is
midday, okay? I'm not going to stay with you that much longer. Let's go to the end here.
That is the #1 threat we face in the world, and it becomes particularly threatening if terrorists ever get their hands on any nuclear material. So a man who can be provoked by a tweet should not have his fingers anywhere near the nuclear codes, as far as I think.
Do they actually have their fingers on the codes?
Should be concerned.
Just code in a nuclear. Oh my God.
It's a good one, though.
I would like to,
well describes the problem.
It's not an accurate one at all.
0124.
So,
Moscow
give
is
a lot of things and just I
uh,
agree with her on one thing. The
it's
single
reduced to
greatest problem
ashes.
the world has is nuclear armament, nuclear weapons, not global warming like you think and your president thinks. Nuclear is the single greatest threat. Just to go down the list, we defend Japan, we defend Germany, we defend South Korea, we defend Saudi Arabia, we defend countries. They do not pay us what they should be paying us, because we are providing tremendous service and we're losing a fortune. That's why we're losing. We lose on everything. I say, who makes these? We lose on everything. Well, I said that it's very possible that if they don't pay a fair share, because this isn't 40 years ago where we could do what we're doing. We can't defend Japan, a behemoth selling us cars by the million.
We need to move on.
Wait, but it's very important. All I said was they may have to defend themselves or they have to help us out. We're a country that owes $20 trillion. They have to help us out. As far as the nuclear is concerned, I agree. It is the single greatest threat that this country has.
Which leads my next question as we enter our last segment here still on the subject of securing America. On nuclear weapons, President Obama reportedly considered changing the nation's longstanding policy on first use. Do you support the current policy? Mr. Trump, you have 2 minutes on that.
Well, I have to say that, for what Secretary Clinton was saying about nuclear with Russia, she's very cavalier in the way she talks about various countries. But Russia's been expanding. They have a much newer capability than we do. We have not been updating from the new standpoint. I looked the other night, I was seeing B-52s. They're old enough that your father, your grandfather could be flying them.
Thanks again. And this was
keeping up with other countries. I would
my
like
live stream.
everybody to
We did it live. We'll do it live.
But I would certainly
Fuck it.
not
We'll do it live. All right. And we'll do it live.
Alternative happens.
And we will end
It's over.
with
At the
one
same time, we have to
of
be prepared. I can't
Sting's
take
cuts
anything off
from
the
his
table.
new album.
Because you look at some of these countries, you look at
We
North
won't
Korea, we're doing nothing
Something
there.
made.
China
Deborah
should
Norville?
solve that problem for us. China should go into North Korea. China is totally powerful as it relates to North Korea. And by the way, another one powerful is the